Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome back to the Reality Wagon Bachelorette Podcast. This is episode 2. We made it. We made it. We're officially a franchise. This is a series now. We are plural episodes. And this is also an episode that you can actually watch on YouTube too, because we're up on YouTube on our YouTube channel, which is ANMC Studios. So A Nancy Mark C Studios. I'm really bad with those acronyms.
Oh, trust me, I've known this.
I'm just terrible at acronyms. My brain doesn't work like that. But yeah, so we're literally recording this 15 minutes after the end of the Bachelorette episode. The second one. This one was weird. One was weird. We got to know more about the dudes, which I appreciate, because if I'm gonna go ahead and get attached to these fine young gentlemen, I want to know more about them.
Me as well.
Do I need to know everything about them like this episode tried to pull out? No.
Not when there's 20-something guys in the house.
No. I didn't need to know. Like, they didn't need to drag out whatever his name was, Jason. They didn't need to drag out like his parents' like troubled marriage on the second episode of the season. Me thinks that he didn't want to talk about that very much either.
It's a weird first date conversation. If some girl I was going out with,
hi, what's your name? Jason? Jason, you got any childhood trauma?
Yeah, that's exactly what I like. That's not a red flag at all.
No. It's not like you're fishing for anything to try and
and they they kind of talk it out, but they're like, let's just write this down and then smash these things.
Yeah, that was very weird. We'll get to that. Yeah. We'll get to that a little later, but I just want to say, like, it was very weird to recognize. Like, I didn't recognize a few of these guys. I thought it was
new guys in the house.
I didn't recognize a whole bunch of them. Granted, you take a whole week off, right? And you're just like, God, all these beefcakes.
Yeah,
it's
Straight Jacket. It's like can actually move his arms now.
I didn't recognize Straight Jacket with both of his arms unbound.
Me as well. I did not know who he was.
As soon as he was able to use his thumbs, I was like, oh, God, it must be Straight Jacket guy.
Yeah. And we've also been mispronouncing Bennett. It is, as he said, Benet.
He said Benet, but that was just in the trail. He said it was Chateau Benet.
Yeah.
It was like him just being all like fancy in French. Because Bennett is a class A douche, but in like such an endearing way, kind of.
An elegant way.
He's not a douchebag where he's like, he is very much a douche, but he's not going to go ahead and like be rude about it, or he's gonna be rude about it, but he's not trying to hurt your feelings. I don't think
he wants to try and humble flex, but without being humble. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean. He's like I know plenty of douchebags that are actively like trying to basically trying to like hurt people. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think Bennett is trying to hurt people. I think he is just really wealthy and doesn't. I think he probably grew up super wealthy too.
Maybe I don't know the background on.
No, he went to Phillips.
Oh, he did go.
Yeah. He went to Phillips Exeter or something.
Oh no,
like
sorry.
That.
He went to was it Andover?
Phillips Andover.
He went to one of the top private
difference.
schools. Yeah.
It's one of the top private schools in the country. He's not. He's never had to hoof it.
That I think is like $40,000 a year in tuition.
Oh, yep, it is.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot that.
Andover is a very, very wealthy town. Yeah. So we got to know the guys a little bit. They did this weird thing where it's all about like love languages and stuff. Yeah. Which I guess it makes sense. It's an easy way to milk an episode. Like I said, I've never watched The Bachelorette before, so maybe they do this every year, but I don't know. Maybe they don't. Someone will have to give me feedback and let me know, because they went and they were like, they had to like wax poetic and speak to Clare about like their deepest desires for her or something like that, and some of them were okay.
Dale was not quick on his feet.
Dale was not.
Dale was not witty.
They was like, oh, let's save the best for last. Dale. And Dale was like, I think you got a killer pair of personalities. Like, Dale was just like, I have no idea like what to even say to you. Roses are red, violets are blue. Claire, you are beautiful. Will you date me, please? like that is the extent of what I think Dale was able to put together. Dale isn't a wording guy. He's not a man of words. He's a man of action.
Yes.
Dale sees and he takes.
Yes, that we did see later on. They were macking hard when he was wearing, for whatever reason, a blindfold.
Yep.
I don't know what that added to it, because he took it off and kept doing it.
Like carpe diem, sees the Dale.
Yeah, but he did have like 10 other guys in front of him, where he could have thought of something to say. He just chose not to.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's all. Whatever. You just go up there and just be like, I can't wait to share.
I love your drive.
I can't wait to share this time with you and expose you to everything that I have to offer and learn more about myself inside, Claire.
And speaking of exposing, We saw that in Dodgeball.
We are jumping all around.
Dude, there's so much to talk about in this episode. I don't know how to. Sorry. You know what? Here, talk about what you want to talk about. I'll talk about what I want to talk about.
We'll get to all of it for sure.
It's just so much.
We'll get to all of it.
Also, I saw a great transition. I was like, I have to at least give it a shot.
That is a very good transition. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to waste a good transition like that.
Thank you, pal.
So we're learning a little bit about The Bachelorette because I have never watched the show and I don't know how this works. But they had a whole bunch of like group dates and shit like that. Yep. She pulled out some people one-on-one for whatever reason. She didn't give me any real reasoning for why she chose the people that she chose, like Jason and shit, for like the one-on-ones. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I don't either.
Beyond me. Whatever. Cool. Claire has her methods. She selected people and learned more about them. Perfect. She did this weird like dodgeball thing.
Yeah.
She selected like 10 dudes and split them up into 2 teams, and they played strip dodgeball. Which is a weird thing.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan.
No, and you know what? I'm not even. Listen, I'm a pretty free flowing liberal kind of guy. You know, I'm all just kind of I'll let live. You know, that's what I always say.
Yeah, you know, like we've sunbathed on the roof, not together, but like you know, just let it all hang out. You know, we're free people.
Yes.
Yeah,
I have.
I know.
Unfortunately, for my next door apartment,
I was just about to say
my apartment neighbor next door may or may not have seen my penis.
Accidentally.
Yeah, it might have happened, but it was not intentional.
There you go. Yes,
I was sunbathing.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. But yeah, no. So
it is a weird thing that happened in the dodgeball thing.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I forgot Bachelorette. Yeah. The dodgeball thing. Very weird because like. Like I said, I'm a pretty liberal, free-flowing kind of guy. You know, if someone wants to go ahead and do that, and like it's part of the show or whatever, and
yeah,
like, fine. If you reverse the roles on that, right, and it wasn't like a woman being like,
if it was on The Bachelor,
if it was on The Bachelor, and a Bachelor was just like, you know, my rules, girls, labia's out.
Yeah, let's see those clitori.
Yeah, those
the plural.
Let's go see those clitorises.
It was such a weird thing because she was also so aggressive. She's like, "That's right, everything." Because
she's very aggressive, like, oh yeah, eye candy, auga.
Yeah, and she was also like, it. I'm pretty sure they talked about it in production, but like Chris beforehand. But she
clearly they knew what they were doing.
Yes, I know.
Because they dressed in fucking jock straps and shit.
I know, but it felt like it was such a weird way they also announced it. Because like, hold on, Chris. I need these guys to do.
Hold on, Chris. I want to see scrotum.
It's like, okay. I
want to see full scrot, Chris.
Yeah, it was really weird, and I think only 2 of the dudes or 3 guys ended up being fully naked. The other 2 walked back in jockstraps. It's like,
yeah, I didn't even follow that. Like I said, the production department, the Bachelorette editors who were putting those black boxes, champions. Absolute champions, following like live tracking those black boxes and stuff like that. I've tried to do some editing and stuff like that before. It's not the easiest thing in the world, especially for having to do that like as many times as they had to do it.
Yeah, and they were tracking dong, you know.
Yeah, no, these guys were hanging full dong.
Yeah,
some of them were.
I mean, they were all the same size black boxes, so you know there's no discrimination between pee-pee sizes. But, yeah.
There's one black box that's just like swinging at the ankles.
But yeah, I didn't like the competition. It felt weird. There was 5 winners, so it was 5v5. I think blue team lost, red team won. So the winning team got like one-on-one. Each person got one-on-ones with Claire later in the night.
Yeah, they all got
that was
like the 5 of them got like one-on-ones.
And the dodgeball was, you know, whatever. Team lost. There was stripping, whatever. It wasn't like that fun to watch. It was just like,
no, it was whatever.
Yeah.
I wasn't like on the edge of my seat.
No.
Like, oh god, I can't wait to see.
Go red team.
I can't wait to see Brosif's dong.
Yeah, it wasn't like that.
Mm-mm.
But so we saw some of the one-on-one dates. Some of the names were skip my mind. But the most interesting part of that whole thing was during Straight Jacket dude. I can't remember his name for the life of me. During his date,
I can't
Blake,
actually, Zach or something.
Yeah, Blake Moynes comes up. Is like, listen, do you mind if I steal Claire? And he's like, because he wants to look polished. So he's like, yeah, like, go for it. And then he goes back. He's like, what just happened? We won. We beat these people.
Yeah, that was a weird thing. Blake's got a lot of confidence for a dude with a really shitty beard.
And I hate this. I hate that it worked.
Well, no, that is the worst part about this, and that's what I was saying before. Is that it's you can go ahead and like whatever. If someone makes it's a bold move, I think, for what he did. He got up there and he's like, I'm going to go ahead and get my time, even though I was on the losing team and I'm not entitled to any. Sure.
Exactly.
It created a whole big stir or whatever. All the dudes came over and they squatted up and they were like, hey, bro, not cool. And Blake's like, you know what? I don't care. And they're like, bro. And they're like, bro. Blake got like, it was wicked funny. I was melting in my fucking seat. Absolutely melting. When she was talking to Blake and they were like, it was the end of the night. It was like after like all the dudes walked away or whatever, and he went in for a kiss. Yeah. Because he was like riding high. They already made out one time. He's like, I got this.
Yeah.
He went in for one. He got like a little bit too far away where like he could have easily backed off and played it off like nothing. Yeah. Where like you could tell she wasn't into it.
I was just trying to give you a kiss on the cheek or something. Yeah,
or not even that. It was just like she kind of had her hand like out a little bit and like maybe like not like pressing, but just like hand on chest, being like, oh hey, like a clear no sign. Yeah. Listen, I'm not the greatest with body language. I know what this means.
I know what stop means. I know. Hey, don't come near me.
Yeah, I know this. I know this. So she puts like a little bit of like a no sign, and he goes in a little further, and she's like, whoa. Not tonight, Tiger.
Like if she was in the NFL, it would have been pass interference.
Yeah,
like
easily,
she definitely
pushed. Yeah.
She pushed off of him, like
100%.
Hey, listen,
100%. Just like hey, easy, Tiger. Like go to bed.
Yeah.
Blake's like, oh god, I'm such an idiot. Stupid.
But the weirdest thing is that I think he's also the one that broke the rule about texting her before the show.
Yeah. And she was like, I love that fire. So he's like, oh yes.
So
yes, ma'am. Yes, I give you fire.
And he kept doing it, and then at the rose ceremony, not the rose ceremony, whatever was it like the champagne hour, whatever it is,
the final night or whatever. We're still learning all this, all right? Cut us some slack.
Yeah, and so she pulls him aside, and everyone's like, oh, he might get kicked out, like the other dude I can't remember, which we'll also talk about. And then she gives him a rose, and everyone's like, all right. And I think someone was like, all right, so now there's no rules of engagdo So
yeah, I think it was Easy was like, yeah, I guess there's like no rules. And you know what? Fuck it. There shouldn't be any rules. Why do they got to play by some sort of like they already said rules of engagement, but why are there any sort of like guidelines or anything like etiquette rules for how to play? You're all trying to bang the same girl.
See, here's the thing though, is it's weird because I'm already like, because you think of yourself in the Bachelor, the guy's shoes. And you're like, all right, is Clare someone?
In the Bachelor?
In the guys, because they're all bachelors.
Yes.
Sorry. I know that's confusing. So in the single guys, in all the guys in the house.
The contestants.
There we go. I'll say the contestants. So you think of yourself, you're like, all right, I mean, if I was in the house and Clare did that for Blake, that would be such a huge red flag. Like, I'd be like, I'm not interested. And I think...
Wait, what do you mean? Like, you think Clare wouldn't be interested by that?
No. I wouldn't be interested in Clare. Like, if I was one of the dudes and I'm like, this dude broke the rules twice, you're like, you're for it. Then she's also like, she's acting like because I remember at the first episode, she did something where like, something about I want maturity and all that stuff. And this dude breaks the rules, which is, in my opinion, immature. She also, whenever she had she came out and had the outcry. What was it? Whenever she lost her mind over initially not stepping up to chat with her.
Oh yeah, so like that was something where we kind of we haven't gotten back to it yet, but it was like I forget she just chose like 10 or 12 dudes or something.
I think it was 10. She was sitting.
I don't know how they were chosen.
I don't know that either.
I don't remember. It's whatever.
I just know like Joseph was one.
It's a 2-hour episode. We're trying our hardest. We also don't understand a lot what's going on, and I'm trying to like actively make Twitter jokes at the same time, which you should actually check in because some of them were actually very funny. So at Reality Wagon on Twitter, I'm trying my hardest.
Yeah.
But there was like 10 dudes or something like that. They were all just sitting around, and Claire's like, okay. Anyone want to like talk to me or anything like that? And they all just kind of looked around. And they're like, "Oh yeah, sure, yeah." And like no one got to do anything. And she was like, then Bennett like after like doing like
15
going
seconds.
Once, going twice. Bennett's like, "Yeah, sure, like I'll go talk to you or whatever." And they walked around the corner, dying laughing at Bennett. Right. So she goes like, "Tell me just like what is Bennett? Like who is Bennett?" Bennett's like,
"New York, Harvard."
He goes, "New York, Harvard, guy wanted to see the world." And she's like, "Oh, cool."
She
my
didn't
head's
get to
like
that.
Yeah, she's like, you know what? My head is just so out of it, like I am here for you. And he's like, word. And she's like, yeah, no, like I'm just like my brain. I want to be fully here for you. And he's like, legit. And she's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go talk to the rest of the dudes. He's like, yep, 100%. So like she went back out and was like, so no one wanted to talk to me. Like you make me feel like a 39-year-old bachelorette.
Yeah. Does that not to you raise a ton of red flags? Like if I was one of the dudes, I'd be like, this is.
No, I mean, if I
clearly-
were her and knowing that all these dudes in the house are like here to bang me and marry me, and none of them were like the getting one-on-one time, I feel like in the show is really hard to do when there are that many,
season,
right?
Yeah.
So when like one of them, when she gives an opportunity and is like, who wants to talk to me one-on-one? And she's like, and everyone just looks around and goes like,
It's not. I don't even think it was that. I think it was. I think it was more of like it's that weird thing where it's a game, but not all of them have played it before. Where or like I guess they're not used to it. Where you're trying to be polite. You're like, I'll let someone else get their turn. And I think, and I genuinely think all of them were trying to be nice. To be like, I'll get my time eventually. Who wants to go first? And I think they just didn't think like how that would look. Because there's a lot of, because it's the same thing with like, oh, who wants to go first in this presentation? No one wants to go first. And then after that, everyone starts lining up.
I guess, but I mean, in a show like that, you got to have some initiative. Like, it's not a presentation. You're not supposed to be scared.
No, I know that, but I'm also not in the house for 130 days away from everyone else in quarantine for this one person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I kind of also dig that they were broing out. I didn't like.
The broing out thing is so weird to me.
It's like a frat.
It's like a frat, but it's like I said, the prize isn't money. There are no alliances to win. It's not Big Brother. It's not Survivor. You don't
It's a
need
networking opportunity.
You don't need anybody else to help you get to the end.
Yo, Bennett, can you set me up with a job?
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a lot of them there are there to like build like their obviously their social media and their Instagram
the brand.
and their whatever, their music careers and shit. So like it makes sense that some of them aren't necessarily there for her or whatever because their agents are probably just like, yeah, go on the show. It'll look great for you. You'll get easy another $50K if you stay for a couple weeks. You'll get another.
Yeah, if
$50K.
you're the final 10, you'll easily get that.
Oh yeah. So like, that's one thing where I look at it and I go, yeah, all right, maybe they're not all there for her, but I mean, like, it is weird the whole concept of the show where you are broing out with all these dudes. I don't care. I mean, I guess you kind of gotta, for like your own sanity, have them be like friends
ignore
and stuff.
everyone.
That's not what I'm saying, but it is weird that you're all like so like cool, even though you're all just trying to like put it in the same hole.
See, but the thing is, if you're not cool, you're like Tyler, and you go home. You know what I mean?
No, but you can be cool with also like not like sacrificing her.
But
like,
I don't think any of them are being
should
cool.
be
Like,
she
it's
should be
sacrificing her.
priority. Your bros should be definitely not the priority.
No, I know, but I don't think anyone was sacrificing anything. I think it was just I think it was just a weird situation that she put him in. I mean, I don't know if I would have been like, yeah, let's go talk or something like that. Like, I don't know. It's just, I think also they didn't really want to fight over him if two people got up and were like, oh, I don't know. I think as we go on, they're going to be, especially now since Easy has said that thing, I think they're all going to be like gunning for it, which I think would be nice, but I don't know. Oh, and we can also say when Yosef was like, I don't speak for the group, I don't mean to speak for the group or something like that.
Yeah, it was.
I do kind of, now I think back at that, it is a little bit weird. I appreciate what he was trying to do a little bit. Well, no, because she was asking for an explanation and no one else stepped up.
No,
and he was the first one.
that's a fine opinion. I'm saying I disagree, but that's a fine opinion.
Yeah, no, well, what do you think should have happened?
I don't like when he got up and is like, I'd like to speak for the group. That's not.
No.
That's not. I don't like
saying,
that approach.
I'm saying I'm cutting back on the fact that he said for the group. What I'm saying is I'd like that he at least stood up and was trying to explain himself. You know what I mean? I think what he.
Yeah.
I think everyone in the group had basically the same idea what was going on. It's just, and then whenever Riley stepped up, I was like, you don't speak for me. I'm like, that was kind of a dick. That was a little bit of a dick move.
No, because I probably would have done the same thing. I'm telling you, I probably would have done what Riley would have done. If a dude, right? If I'm in let's say I'm in a group of just my friends and we go to a bar or something, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like hitting on a girl. And then like something happens or whatever, and one of my bros says like, I'm gonna speak for him and tell you what he was actually thinking. And even if he's trying to do me a favor and like save me out of something. Don't speak for me.
I mean,
I am a strong, independent woman and I will not be spoken for.
I guess. I just think no one else would have. I think the way he phrased it was bad, but I think Riley would have never stood up and said anything unless Yosef said that initially. Do you know what I mean?
Well, no, yeah, because Riley was only triggered by Yosef saying, "I don't speak for me."
No, but I'm saying he was looking for an opening to defend himself for why he didn't go up for the chat and then defend himself. So I don't think there was a confidence in him to where he would have been the first to speak. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, like him, like Yosef calling him out, calling everyone out. He took it as an opportunity to take it as a specific call out to him and then say something out and speak out.
And I think it's a right action. I don't like how easy it was to like that he kind of took that cheap shot. I get it, and I get Yosef being on the wrong there. Yosef also hasn't really been in the right when he was talking about like all the stuff later on.
Well, Yosef said like, so there's something that you should never call a woman.
Yep.
And that word is crazy. We've dealt with that word on Big Brother this season. Mm-hmm. David called Bailey crazy. That didn't go over very well.
No. It was 30 years, man. Come on, don't call women crazy.
Just don't say the crazy word.
Yeah, just don't call anyone crazy.
Yeah, crazy is a word that doesn't go over super well.
Don't say calm down.
Oh my God, never. And trust me from personal experience. Relax and calm down. No one's ever been more calm after hearing the word calm down.
Yeah, honestly, it works every time.
If you tell me to relax, I'm only going to get more angry. If you tell me to calm down, I will get the opposite of calm. Yeah, uncalm, I will be.
That's when you use, office language. Let's circle back. Let's circle back. Let's not say calm down. Like
I'd strongly suggest that you back the fuck off.
Yeah. This will be in our PowerPoint. All right.
Yeah. I'd hate to raise an issue at our next meeting. But yeah, so that was kind of weird. Yosef called her, said like, "You're crazy to think that dudes don't want to talk to you," or something like that, which was a weird one. I mean, I know what he was trying to say. Shouldn't have used the crazy word.
No, I mean, if I'm
like, he wanted to call it the C word, but the C word is very different. So and crazy isn't a slur. So like the crazy word.
He went for it, but I think also if I was one of those 10, I don't think I would have even like the chat thing. Depending on like the game thing, like if I've watched, I probably might have been first. I'll never know because I'm not with 10 other dudes. Do you know what I mean? Like you never know.
I just think I'm too conventionally handsome for the Bachelorette, and I think I would put all the other dudes to shame. It'd be really tough for me to like, because it's like going on and winning. Like I don't want it to be too easy, so like that's why I'll never go on it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Plus, there's no money.
Yeah. Also, I'm not looking to compete for a wife.
Yeah, that's
a weird. It's still
weird.
That is so. First world.
Yeah, considering the success rate is very low. Staying together.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah. It is very strange to me that people go ahead and actually, if anyone goes into this with true intentions, you're crazy.
Well, she kicked one guy off for at least speaking his mind.
I just used the crazy word and I mean it. I'm talking about like the girls on the Bachelorette that go on, the dudes on the Bachelor, or the dudes on the Bachelorette and the girls on the Bachelor that go on that like try and like are actually there to like fall in love with the person.
Oh yeah,
that is absolutely insane to me.
Yeah, I haven't seen many episodes, or seasons. So
no, I'm saying this is the concept.
Oh yeah, it's
just
a weird concept. Yeah.
Absolutely crazy to me. But I mean, yeah, I guess it's.
I mean, I guess people do it in Big Brother house with less. You know what I mean? Like, there's only 16 people, and you marry one of those people. Sometimes that's happened.
It's happened, but the goal of Big Brother isn't to go and get in showmans
no,
and get married.
I know, but I'm saying
the goal is to win the money.
No, I know that.
The goal of Bachelorette is to go and get married.
No, I know. What I'm saying is that at least it's like not like 8 women, 8 men, and like one ends up marrying the other. So like the odds aren't there, but it's like 1 out of 8. You know what I mean? If you have one girl and 8 dudes.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then like this, you have at least like a litter of like 30 people. You know what I mean? So
a litter.
I'm gonna keep calling it that.
You've got a consortium of 32 dudes.
But yeah, like it's a weird concept, but I feel like it should work better than it has. Because The Bachelor, I was telling you, I think it's only 1 is still together, and Bachelor it's like 3 or 4, I think.
Yeah, I don't even know though. It's weird to me. It's so weird to me. Like obviously the success rate's low because it's all it's a hyper produced show. It's the same thing with like showmances and Big Brother. That shit never lasts either. It's because that is a artificial environment.
Yeah.
Where you can spend time with people 24 hours a day, get to know them. They're your only thing. They're your only source of entertainment. They're your only reliance. They are so much of an actual pillar for you to lean on the entire time you're in the house and in that environment. Once you get out into the real world, that shit, like some of them get married and stuff. Some of them actually have really good relationships, but it's really tough to turn that sort of environment into the real world when like you both have jobs, you both have commitments, you both have personal lives.
Don't live in the same city.
You came from different parts of the country, most likely. Like it's weird that you'd be like, it's weird that would actually happen.
No, I agree.
It's not a real environment. It's not a real environment, and that's why this shit fails all the time, because it isn't taking two people and putting them where they belong or where they usually are. What I will say,
okay,
in a small like consolation to Not Too Hot to Handle, Love is Blind.
Okay.
Did you ever watch Love is Blind?
Nope.
Love is Blind was a whole bunch of people that were like basically they met. It was like basically speed dating, and
but it was like given
dating.
a week and you can't see them, right?
Yeah. You had I think it was like a week or so. You had a whole bunch of dates like lined up with like it was basically just like a rotation of like you meet a whole bunch of girls through a wall. Like dudes meet girls through walls.
I think I saw a couple highlights of the show, and some of them were rather funny.
Oh yeah, wicked
like
funny.
When they first get, they're like, "Oh, you're," and like they'll say something about the person's appearance when they get shown.
Yeah. No, because they get engaged before they ever see each other.
Yeah,
they like they get engaged through the wall and stuff like that. But what they did at like there was only like 4 or 5. I think it was like 5 couples or something like that decide to get engaged through the wall. They come out, they meet each other. All fine and dandy. They go on a vacation to Mexico.
Nice.
They live it up in Puerto Vallarta or wherever they are. I was in Cancun, which is a great tourist trap. But they go to Cancun. They have a great week. They come back up. They put them in like a house complex. They put them in like an apartment complex, like all of them.
I did not know this was an extension of the show.
Yeah, and then they go and they have to live. They like go and grab their separate stuff and like grab their whatever, and they have to like meet families and stuff. That whole element would be like that is something that should. Well, actually, in Bachelorette they do that too. They do the whole meet the families and stuff like that.
Yeah, once it's final.
Yeah. We're never mind. It's all the same thing. I just think that like it's a fake. It's not a real environment. It's just not. It's something that's completely manufactured and. That it makes sense that all of them fail because you're setting such fake expectations.
It's not only that, it's also, at least in my opinion, whenever I meet someone, I try and be such a true to myself. You know what I mean? Because I've been where like when I was younger, I'd be like, I pretend like I'm not who I am so people would like me. And I'm like, why am I doing that? Like I don't, because then you have to be that way around them the entire time.
Yeah.
So I feel like in The Bachelorette and The Bachelor, you're trying to be like this number one dude or girl, like you're trying
polished,
so polished. And then once you get in the real world, they start seeing like what's actually the raw.
Oh
like,
my god, he actually poops.
Yeah, he actually does stuff like, or they're like, oh, he yells or like, or something.
Oh
like that.
yeah. You know how easy it is to like shut off like your anger and like those bad like you just have to act right in front of her for the few minutes a day that you actually see her.
Yeah.
The other time you can go ahead and you can just lose your fucking mind in your room if you want. You can bro out with your bros and calm down. But like everyone has flaws. And the show exposes them obviously because it's there to drum up drama and shit. But like you can only put on an act for so long. Once you're in the real world, like she's gonna see and be like, oh shit, like this guy's actually like dangerous.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. And I feel like you get glimpses of that in the show, and we've seen kind of like what's been going on.
They foreshadow and shit like that all the time.
Well, they foreshadow, but even in this episode, you see like some ounce of
Yosef,
craziness.
like losing his mind over them like doing the strip dodgeball thing.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm too...
Like I would never desecrate like my daughter's image like that and stuff like that. It was weird.
Yeah, it was an odd thing. Same with like Blake cheating all the time. You know what I mean? Like,
no, it's not even cheating. It's just weird. It's that part to me is
skating over the rules.
Yeah, it's like the rules don't. The rules exist.
That's what I'm saying. Do the rules even exist in the house?
I think she's creating a little monster. It's like when you don't. It's like when you don't. You have to punish your children for what they do, even if you kind of. Let's say that's not. It's not good behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to create an environment where that's acceptable. Because now, after he left that, he's like, I'm gonna break every rule.
Yeah,
I'm gonna break all the rules from this point forward.
Yeah, and now all the guys are gonna do it.
Yeah, also it sets a terrible example for all the other children. It's honestly she's running this daycare terribly.
Yeah, this is why I feel like when I was saying if I was
she's the worst pre-K teacher I've ever seen.
This litter is gonna come out so unpolished and terrible.
No
one's gonna want them.
Oh my god, yeah.
But
therapy for years.
Yeah, that's why I was saying like if I was in the house, I'd be like, I'm kind of glad some guy got like kicked out this week. It's like she's just trying. I don't know. And the way when she kicked him out, and we can talk about this too, is whenever he was like, "Oh yeah, you're beautiful. I'm on the show," and then she's like, "Well, what else do you like?"
Oh no, like, that was Brandon. Brandon is incredibly handsome.
Yeah,
tall, dark, beard, great hair, good jawline. Just
he's handsome.
Classically, very, very handsome. They have like a one-on-one type thing, or they just kind of like go and talk with each other. I forget. No, it was the one-on-ones for the dodgeball thing.
The dodgeball.
He was on the dodgeball team that won.
Yes, that's correct.
So he got like pulled aside. They did a one-on-one, and he was just spitting meaningless nothings, being like, "Oh, like as soon as I saw that you were the Bachelorette, I knew I had to sign up because I wanted I wanted to get to know you so well."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Okay, like, what do you like about me?"
You're gorgeous.
And he's like, "Pretty fucking hot, bro."
Yeah, she's like,
she's like, "Is that it? Is that all I am to you? Is just like a hot body?" And he's like, "Well, I mean, I don't really know you that well." And she's like, "Well, say something. Like, what else do you like about me?" He's like, "I don't really know you." She's like, "So you don't know me? Like, how can you expect to love me if you don't know me?" It's like, "Well, because I mean, I think we're supposed to get to know each other, but." That is a two-parted, that is a two-headed animal to me, because like Brandon's an idiot.
I mean, yeah, he didn't know he was.
You gotta just say something, lie.
Yeah,
not even lie. Just like, I love your drive. I love your perseverance.
Yeah,
because you've been on the show before. Because I did a little bit of research before I came onto the show. Because I'm not an idiot named Brandon.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that much research. I don't even think.
No, you can say, like I was telling you, like astrological compliments, like anything an astrologist would say to him, like
an astrologist, like they're actual real things.
I mean, I guess there's self-perceived.
Anything, yeah. He's like anything a professional, certified
charlatan would say,
classically educated astrologer would say,
like just. Make something up on the spot. Be like, I really want to get to know you. And like, just say anything about their personality, emotion. Yeah. Make it up.
Like, I think you've got a good heart. Yeah. She's going to melt in your hand.
Yeah.
She would have melted into a puddle on the seat.
Also, he's had a day to at least, or I'm not even sure how long, like a week, I guess, to like kind of see her. And I'll be like, I love the way that you handle like tough situations.
Yeah.
Like, you could have said anything like that.
Literally anything. And then he's like, I just don't have an answer for you right now. Which is a terrible thing. Listen, I've tried to pull that myself, not in a relationship setting, more in a business meeting. It doesn't go over well there either.
Sorry, I don't know what you want. You were given 7 weeks.
Yeah, it's like people don't like when you don't have an answer. You should at least give an effort to bullshit. Some people really don't like the bullshit, but also like this is a super easy. That's a softball question.
Yeah.
What do you like about me?
Mm-hmm.
You can lie. I've lied.
Oh yeah.
It's not hard. It's super fucking easy.
As much as I love being straightforward and honest with people, there are some times where it's like you kind of gotta.
Not even that. It's like not even lying. It's just like, sure, I'll find something easy, even if I hadn't thought about something before. I'll just pull it out.
It's not a lie. It's not a truth. It's something in between.
No, but it is a truth. I can go ahead and I can come up with something on the spot like that.
No, but
if I'm cornered by a girl or an ex or something, and they're like, tell me something you like about me, even if I have nothing on the mind right now. Let's say her and I are in a fight, and right now, like, I am just not into this anymore. But like, we'll work through it.
I kind of get that.
I'm gonna come up with something.
Yeah.
If she's just like, well, tell me something you like about me, I'd have to be like, I mean, it's not even, it might be tongue in cheek, it might be a little sarcastic, but it's not like easily. I could just be like, well, I just like how you're really good at problem solving. Like that is super easy, and in that point, you're really good at conflict resolution. That's a super sarcastic answer, but she could take it right because my sarcasm is so good that people don't know it's happening.
Well, yeah. We all say it with just dry
like
face.
The driest sense of humor in the world. So, like, yeah, she might take it well. Like, that's how easy this could possibly be.
But I also don't like whenever he was basically... I like this from him. I didn't like it from her when he was like, yeah, well, I don't really feel like most of the guys know you. You know what I mean? Like, know her really well. And because she's like, all these guys and have said the same thing. Like, they like my drive. It's like, when have they seen you... I mean, not physically drive, but when have they seen your drive do anything? You know what I mean? Like... Right. It's like you've been there a few days.
Yeah, it's like you shouldn't expect do you know anything about these guys?
Yeah.
No. I mean, granted, you have more of them to learn about, and they only have one girl to study.
Yeah, but
so
it was
like
the first time they won. I think it was like one of their first one-on-ones.
Yeah, I don't know if they even got one the first night or whatever. So yeah, it's all. Listen, the operative word, the word of the day when it comes to this show, this episode is weird.
Yeah.
And I think the whole show, just because the concept of the show is weird to me. It's if this concept made more sense than, or not made more sense, but if it was something I was more familiar with, and I've gone through this before, I'd probably be desensitized to a lot of this. But a lot of it is so novel. I feel like I'm just like walking around like a store with a whole bunch of shiny things and being like, "Ooh, look at this funny thing that happened." And everyone's like, everyone who's watching and listening, it's just like, yeah, I mean, it happens every fucking year. It's called the first impression rose.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just the way the season. I'm gonna love this season, but I'm definitely am not. I love Claire as a centerpiece for the Bachelorette, as a person. So far as a Bachelorette, not so much. But I'm kind of digging it. Like it's
Claire is Claire's growing on me, dude. And not like as a person. Claire is getting significantly hotter the more I see her on TV.
I'm not down on that. I'm saying just as a Bachelorette. She's going to be entertaining,
yeah, sure,
but
whatever. Yeah,
not as a person.
Bachelorette or something like that. Yeah. She's really hot. She's really, really hot.
I know. You couldn't stop talking about it.
But I didn't think she was that hot when I saw her the first time.
She got hotter as it went on.
She just keeps getting hotter. Claire, at this rate, she's skyrocketing, quite literally. Exponential growth. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. We're pulling for you. Yeah, was it? Oh no, well, let's talk about. It was just one thing. It was very,
yeah.
Excuse me. Riley's biceps are fucking insane.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Riley has biceps that are 19 inches around.
Okay.
He has forearms that are about 8 inches around, and he has shoulders that are smaller than my shoulders. So I don't know how that works. It's like, have you ever seen the people that inject like synthol into their biceps and like just their biceps?
It's giant.
And it looks like they're huge and they're like really, they're really strained and like puffy all the time because it's just they're full of oil.
It's fake stuff. Yeah,
they're full of oil. So like it looks like a flounder. It looks like a flounder on a stick if you hold your arm up like this. But yeah, so Riley, I don't know what he's been doing. I don't know how does steroids work?
You're asking the wrong guy. I just know that
I've kind of been I'm not considering it, but I think steroids would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I just don't want to feel like I've plateaued at the gym.
I just feel like you shouldn't do steroids.
But why?
Because you don't need them, and also there's side effects.
Give me some side effects.
Shrinks your genital region. Also, your
it doesn't shrink your penis. It shrinks your balls.
Yeah, I said genital region.
I don't need big balls.
Also, wait, genital region encompasses all of that. So.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't shrink your dick. It only shrinks your balls. I'm
so sorry. It's only half of the genital region, or 2/3 technically.
The important part.
Okay. Anyway, it also makes your forehead, I think, bulge out slightly more.
Oh, like a Cro-Magnon.
Yeah.
like a Blake Moynes.
Also, you get, I guess, more like emotion. It also messes up your hormones.
Already messed up.
Yeah, but you really want to double down on that one?
Maybe it'll fix me.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I'm not a doctor. I'm saying stuff I've probably seen on Family Guy or some other steroid.
I don't know. I think steroids can go ahead and.
I mean, there's also different types of steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm not afraid of just putting something.
Tell you what, why don't you do that? Get back to me.
I will.
It also requires you to go to the gym.
I'll do that. I go to the gym every day.
No, but I mean, like even more so. I feel like.
No, I can go to the gym and do the same workout that I currently do and get more ripped.
Okay.
That's all I'm looking for. Listen, I see these dudes at the gym and they're so ripped, and then I go ahead and I have to tell myself and be like, "That's steroids."
Yeah.
Like you can't get there without it.
Okay.
There is a limit to the human body, and
yeah, but that's your issue. That's not their problem. They're the ones using steroids.
They're the ones using steroids. They look fucking sick.
Yeah, don't use steroids.
Don't tell me what to do.
All right, fine. Use steroids.
Riley's biceps look sick, and I think he just injects steroids into his biceps because I don't know how steroids work, but I think they work all the entire body. But
what you want is to do steroids? Just do curls.
No,
just do curls.
I do curls. What I'm saying is, Riley looks like he's never done a shoulder workout, and he's only ever done curls, and he doesn't do anything else because they are so strained. They are so whatever. Like, I don't even know. Biceps are such a useless muscle too.
What are you talking about?
In terms of functional muscle, they're not a functional muscle.
Yes, they are.
They're not a functional muscle like your triceps are. They're not a functional muscle like your back and your chest is.
Those are also giant muscles, except for the triceps.
What I'm saying is a bicep is a glamour muscle. Bicep has always been a glamour muscle. You can get massive arms and have smaller biceps. You don't have to work out your biceps.
I don't agree that triceps are more functional than biceps.
Triceps are extremely functional. Triceps are most of your arm. Most of your arm is tricep.
It's two-thirds of your upper arm is tricep. I
Right,
agree. Yes.
right.
But what I'm asking you is, in what term are they more functional?
When you
I guess
lift,
it depends on what you do.
When you lift anything off I'm talking about like just in. Let's go back to the old world, right? And how people got like in shape and how people got muscle and whatever was doing actual real functional work. Now we go to the gym because we have cushy white collar jobs, and if we wanted to, we wouldn't have to literally lift anything ever again.
Yeah, I know.
When you go out into the field and stuff, and you're actually like working a yeoman's job, your back does a lot of the lifting. Your back does a lot of pulling.
You mean legs do a lot of lifting?
No, your legs do lifting. Your back does pulling.
Yeah, I know. Also, when you pull something, you're using your bicep too.
But I'm saying that your back is most of the actual pull muscle.
Yeah, that's
because your back is huge.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but any motion where you
I'm not saying you can get rid of your bicep. Clearly, your bicep is very, very important.
All I'm saying
what I'm saying is having massive biceps is not the mark of someone who's in very, very good shape.
No, I know. All right, now you're changing that. I agree with that. All I'm saying is you said triceps are more functional than biceps.
I will stand by that. Triceps are more functional than biceps.
All right, what do you use your triceps for?
Pushing anything down.
Okay. But aren't most jobs you have to pull up and push something?
No, you have to push stuff down all the time.
Okay, but if you're hauling bags of like grain, you're picking up and you're throwing it, which is
we are talking about one job, bags of grain.
All right. So what we're getting to is it matters on your job.
Would triceps work if you were using like a pickaxe? Have you ever used a pickaxe? I've used a pickaxe. I don't remember if it hurt my triceps or not.
I thought that was more shoulders.
Yeah.
Dude,
torsional.
That's also
your obliques.
Yeah, your obliques for sure.
Your obliques.
Also your legs.
Welcome to the fitness podcast.
Welcome to two people talking about barely what they know.
Welcome to two people talking about why steroids will make you somehow worse, I guess, according to you.
Well, no, I never said worse. I said there's. Do you want some of the side effects?
Yeah, give me some side effects. I'll talk about some other.
All right,
bullshit.
Acne.
Okay.
Blurred vision.
I wear contacts.
All right, fair enough.
Keep going.
Difficulty sleeping, easy bruising.
Done and done. I'm a peach. I'm an apricot. I'm an apricot with insomnia already, so don't worry about it.
I love how I'm looking at these and I'm like, they all kind of relate.
Keep going.
Nervousness,
definitely.
Stomach. I don't like how this is kind of a stomach irritation or bleeding. I don't like how that's like.
My stomach doesn't bleed often, but I would sacrifice it for killer lats.
Sudden mood swings.
Sudden mood swings. I'm unfamiliar with her.
You know, I'm taking this. You know what? You should definitely take steroids.
Keep going with some fucking side effects. I know there's more.
I'm trying to figure these out, man. Give me a break. Glaucoma.
I don't even know what that is. I'll be fine.
I think it's eye things.
I'll survive.
Testicular atrophy. Impotence.
Oh, man, that's a dangerous one.
Male pattern baldness.
That's also a dangerous one. I don't like that.
Decreased sperm count.
Yeah, it's not important. I don't want kids.
I don't know what transistant infertility.
That sounds like your
can't do
your
it.
Guys don't swim no more.
Yeah. So those things.
I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna be fucking ripped. Though.
Oh, you'd also get delayed puberty.
Shit! Dang it! You know, I've been holding out on my growth spurt, so I really can't. I can't. Delayed puberty is the one that puts me over the top.
Are also human growth hormones that you take separate
Dude,
from
no,
anabolic steroids?
you have HGH in your body already.
No, I know that.
You can just that's what I'm saying.
More.
I can take HGH. Yeah. Well, the problem is that when you come off of it, it ruins your body used to producing a certain level.
Yeah.
So some people just need more HGH because they have like low growth hormone.
Yeah, same thing
like
when you get older, you
have
low T. Yeah.
Yeah. So like you just take testosterone to supplement the low T because your body can't produce it anymore. But if your body is normal at producing testosterone and you start taking testosterone, you start producing less. Mm-hmm. So when you get off of it, you have very low testosterone and like the side effects are super weird.
Do you know what actually really grows your levels of HGH?
Probably fucking diet or something like that.
Fasting. After 4 to 5 days, is it 3 days? My apology. After 3 days of pure like water fasting, your HGH levels are the highest that they're going to be, and then they decrease after that to like the 6 day mark.
But we're gonna research this. I want to know.
No, I know this because when you stop,
I already fast like 16 hours a day.
No, but I'm saying, well, it's increased at that point too. But whenever you go 3 days, the reason is because your body's like, we're not getting nutrients, we have to burn fat, so it goes on like a keto state. And so it has an increase in HGH because like we got to conserve muscle because we're not getting what we need, buddy. Yeah. So yeah, I need to lose weight.
Yeah, I think you're looking all right though.
No, I know, but I'm still like 165. I want to see if I
Yeah,
can get down to 150.
I'm in the 160s. I'd never been this muscular before, and I'm not used to like having that in terms of like my body fat's lower, but I don't look like any of the dudes on this show, and that's my goal. Do you see how shredded some of these dudes look when they took their shirts off?
I couldn't even believe it.
How do you get? They have little. That's what I'm. I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Is I want to be that shredded, and there's really like two ways to do it.
Dedication and discipline.
Steroids. One of them is determination and self-improvement, and the other is a nice little shortcut they like to call. It's a nice little ladder.
I love how you also, no matter what, even if you take steroids, you still have to work out.
I'm not saying you don't. I already work out a bunch. I just want to work out with more muscles.
Okay, fair enough.
The dudes on this show are really ripped, and I'm not saying it's triggering some sort of body dysmorphia, but I am saying that I'm watching them and being like, dang it, I wish I was muscular like that.
Mm-hmm.
But also, they've had a much longer head start because some of them are old as fuck.
Yeah.
Some of them are late, like they're all in their 30s.
Yeah, I think there's a few that are 26,
27. Yeah.
And actually, the youngest one, I think Tyler was 26 and he got out, so it's like 27 to 40 right now.
Tyler was
I thought he was the youngest.
Was he really? He was an old looking 26.
All I know is the youngest was like 26, 27. The oldest is 40, and she's 39.
Yep. Who do we think? I think we leave off at this, but who do we think? So we're not going to do a tier this season. Not this season.
This episode.
This episode. We'll do a tier the next episode, most likely, once we learn a little bit more about the guys. Most of them would just be like we'd probably just break it into a few different tiers normally if we were doing it like this week because we were considering doing it. It would be just like okay. Favorites to win, forgettable, next eliminated. Because like most of them are forgettable.
I also don't even know how to do like eliminated because I don't know how many are going to be eliminated.
Good point. We don't know week to week.
We can just do because next episode we'll do.
We can just put them into we can just put them into 3 equal groups, or not 3 equal groups, but every group we do, we'll just set them into perfectly equal groups.
Yeah, that's fine with me. But
not like a bell curve or anything.
I can't do it off the top of my head right now.
No, me neither. I don't even know most of their names, so like there's nothing to even worry about there. But what I will say is, who do you think is? Because we don't know. They didn't do a rose ceremony tonight. They do a rose ceremony next week. Probably at the beginning of the episode they'll do it at the beginning of the episode and then do the whole episode afterwards. So it throws off everything. Listen, I'm new to this too.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win? Or who do you think is a favorite at this point in time?
I mean, it's got to be between Dale and Blake Moynes.
I think Dale's there.
I think Dale's there. It's weird that
Jason. I think Jason and Dale. Jason was the one that she had like the big thing on the mountain with when they wrote down like words that people said to them that hurt them.
Yeah,
that was funny.
Weird.
It was like manipulative. She's like can't be loved. He's like selfish. Yeah. She's like a little mean sometimes. He's like extremely like extremely manipulative and the worst person I've ever met. And
I'm a bitch.
And she's like, wow, like, do you think people like really meant those things that he said? And he's like, damn, I don't know. And she's like, do you really feel those? Like, do you internalize them? And do you think you're like that sometimes? He's like, all the time. And it's like I'm not gonna go ahead and say because like I've been called the worst of the worst, and it hurts. It hurts. And then you go ahead and you go like, all right, well maybe I'm not that. But you do have to understand that if you're called like manipulative and stuff like that more than once, then like maybe you are.
Yeah, it's like whenever you start saying like, "Oh man, everyone's the a-hole in this room," but it's like
if everyone's an asshole, you're probably an asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
And I have to remind myself of that when I call everyone in the room an asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I do frequently. Put myself on mute during a work call and be like, "Fucking assholes." All of you, every single one. But yeah, so. Oh yeah, Dale and Claire like profess their love for each other. That was a weird one. It is night 2.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't like this.
I don't think Dale is into her the same way because she was like, "I think I'm really falling for you," and Dale's like,
"Word." I think he said, "Hell yeah."
Yeah, he's like, "Fuck yeah." That's fucking sick, bro. Yeah, no, me too, for sure.
Yeah,
like no worries, for sure. I think you're dope, Claire. Legit, like no doubt. I don't know. I think they're going to get hot and heavy. I think like a beautiful, passionate love, right? Some things are only here for a moment. Mm-hmm. Some things are here for a lifetime. I think they're only here for a moment. I think that love is hot, furious, fast.
Yeah.
With a Z, like sprinting forward.
I love how you said fast with a Z.
Phased. It's phased. Sprinting forward, full steam ahead, and then just like burns up in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Because like love's like a
sprinting forward, full steam ahead, burns up in the atmosphere.
I think like
sir, I don't know if you're talking about Usain
love's
Bolt or
like
a fucking comet.
Yeah, it's like, am I talking about a train, an Olympic sprinter, or a fucking rocket? I think that like love's like a metaphor though. Like, isn't that so deep?
Yeah, man.
Like love is just so complex.
Yeah, man. If I was 14, I'd be eating this stuff up.
I think she'd be eating it up if I was saying this to her right now, because that's most of the responses that the dudes have given in the house. Is like, love is crazy. And she's like, love is crazy. And he's like, that's what I said, I know. like that's so much of this so far, but I don't know. Listen, I'm here for it. I like to make fun of it.
Yeah, we'll be here next week to talk more about it.
Yeah, we'll be back, same old spot.
New
location. We'll be in a new location next week.
Correct.
But it'll be cool. You'll get used to it. We'll get used to it. It might be outside. Yeah, if anyone is watching this, like, no one's ever seen the Big Brother ones that we recorded outside. Those will go up on YouTube eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But we used to record outside in my patio in the summer, which was fine.
It was nice out.
It was nice out. Now we are in Boston and it is cold again.
Yep.
It's decent now. Like it was a nice enough day today, but like very temperamental weather-wise. So we might be recording outside. You might be able to see our breath, which is fun. We'll be fully bundled up, which will also be fun.
Wear my ski bib.
Put up hot chocolate and stuff like that. We could go full on. We could fully embrace the cold cast. It'll make these things fucking shorter. But speaking of short, we only got a limited amount of space on the camera.
Yeah, I have to go and purge after this.
So I think that's where we'll leave you at for the day. Oh, do we want to say what do you think it's going to be, Dale? You think Dale's going to be like winner or whatever right now?
Right now,
yeah. Sure, fucking Dale.
Yeah, I'm going to go Dale.
Go Dale. Dale, you got killer eyes and like there's not much of a soul behind them and there's no words in that head, but you are, gosh darn it, you're handsome.
Yes.
I just want to pinch those cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I think we will see you guys next week. But yeah, so as usual, you can go ahead and listen to this on iTunes and on Spotify. On Spotify, you can toss us a follow. You get an automatic download to your device. That's sick. We love those. You can go ahead and follow us on iTunes and on the podcast app. That's even easier for us too, because you know what you can do there is you can give us 5 stars and a comment, and those go super far because we're actually trying to break into the Bachelorette market.
Yes.
Whereas we've only ever done Big Brother stuff before, and we've done almost a full season of Big Brother now. That'll end next week. We are really trying to diversify and make sure that we get good exposure on the Bachelorette side of things. So if you really want to help us out there, that's the best thing you can do. We love that. Furthermore, we are at Reality Wagon on Twitter, and we're also at Reality Wagon on Instagram. Those are really cool. We're active on both. Right now, we are putting up stuff on Instagram, like mostly about Big Brother stuff. We're doing our All-Star redraft there, but we are going to transition and try and get some more Bachelorette exposure there because this is my first time running an Instagram page, and it's kind of hard and like very difficult to get the engagement. So definitely, when you put something up, engage with us there. We're going to put up some stories and stuff like that. I'm going to see if I can get my Instagram sort of game up a little more. My Twitter game is already just so solid. So definitely follow us there. Follow us on both. Engage with us. Oh my God. I've been having these like brain farts where I just can't talk anymore.
Yeah, I know.
I don't have a lisp, but sometimes my us's just turn into utheth.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
It's
but what do you say?
It's funny. I like laughing at you.
I don't like. It's the only thing I can do is talk. Like that's it. Like if this is the one thing that I end up losing, then I have nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's really all. It's my only gift is the ability to talk. And once that's gone, I'm fucked.
Nothing else. I know.
Really, because the brain doesn't work that well. It's just the mouth doesn't fucking stop. But yeah. So thank you so much for coming back to episode 2 of the Reality Wagon Bachelorette. Take 2. I'm not going to cut that out either. Thank you so much for coming to episode 2 of the Reality Wagon Bachelorette Podcast. My name is Anthony.
My name is Andrew.
And we'll talk to you guys later.